It is time to get raw. It is time to get down. It is time for the number one source of all things WWE right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. It is time for the RAWDOWN. And yes, the young puke
Same
will
thing.
be joining me. I'm not young Anthony. The young puke will be joining us shortly. He's got a class, guys. All right?
Yeah,
But he'll be joining us here shortly. But of course, I am one half of your host for right now. 1/3. We'll go ahead and say 1/3. The one and only J-Bone. With me, as always, is Chick Foley Shows. MVP Marco. Marco, what's going on?
nothing much. Just enjoying life. It's Mania season. Starting to see the seeds planting along the way, the little breadcrumb trails leading into Elimination Chamber. That's the big crumb right there, and then right into Mania. So yeah, a lot of slow build. It's been pretty slow. We were just talking
that's fine. That's good.
Not build. I mean, it's been kind of slow news. Maybe they're trying to keep things secrecy. But
there've definitely been some secret keepers over there. So that's fine.
Yeah.
We're actually next week is Elimination Chamber. So,
which is crazy to think.
Yeah. So I mean, and we'll of course we'll be talking a lot more about that next week. Card really, besides the main event, hasn't really been built up too much yet. So
no.
We'll see what happens. This looks like it's gonna be a one-match show for the most part.
There's two. There's obviously you have the two Elimination Chamber matches, and then the big main event, which I'm curious to see if that actually main events Elimination Chamber. So
yeah. We'll see. Yeah, that's right. They got the Elimination Chamber matches. That's right. So the card's pretty well set. I guess it's just time to do it to it, Lars. There's no really outside the rope news this week, so let's head inside the ropes.
Collar and elbow.
I love that video. It's
so
great.
It's a tight lockup, man.
Yeah, if you're only listening, also try to give us a watch, or just at least go back and watch some of these drops. They're so great. So, boy, oh boy, what a week has done.
Yeah,
in the world of WWE. So kind of set the stage. Of course, we had the Royal Rumble. Cody wins. People were kind of wondering, well, what's gonna how's Cody gonna fit into this? What's gonna happen with Sami? We talked last week a lot, about maybe there'll be a tag team match, or at least I know I did. Is this going to just be, just a one-on-one match? And then we get to Smackdown. Smackdown was it's pretty good. They kind of weaved and wobbled their way with this story. Had a lot of backstage segments with the rest of the Bloodline. We only had Roman, Jimmy, and of course the Wiseman and Solo there. No Jay, and of course no Sami. And we'll back up real quick. I don't know if you. We also have new number one contenders for the tag team.
Yes.
Championship. Now one thing, and I thought they were for the SmackDown titles. Like I thought the winner would get the SmackDown titles, but now it's just. Seems they've gone back, and it's just like,
really?
Tag team championship.
Well, yeah, it's weird because on Raw it says when that one happens, it's going to be for the Raw tag team, or it says the tag team championships. But when they show the graphic, it's just them holding those respective titles. It doesn't show them holding, the undisputed title. So I'm not sure what is. It's a
little strange. It's a little strange, but we do have tomorrow night a tag team championship match.
Yes,
very interesting one. At least on one, I'll say on one side of the story because it all depends on what's going to happen. You got Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Gonna catch these hands. Yay. Okay, whatever. But the real story is will Jay be in the building tomorrow night? Will he be there in the match? because that was part of the storyline throughout the night was Roman trying to find Jay.
Yep.
So, Marco, tell me what you think. What's going to happen tomorrow night?
Man, I don't know, man. It's kind of strange. Jay hasn't, he posted that cryptic, not really cryptic, but basically said I'm out of the bloodline. Essentially. So I don't know what's going on with Jay, man. It seems like we're not sure if he's just upset with with everybody, upset with Sami for kind of turning his back on everybody, including Jay, because Jay kind of backed him and stuff like that. Or is he mad at Roman for making Sami do that? For going too crazy, like he kind of brought it back to how he was in the beginning of this whole thing, when kind of gave Jay flashbacks, I think, of how he was treated as the right hand man before Jimmy came into the picture, and he's getting the same treatment Sami was getting, just making him do stuff that he didn't want to do, and finally he had enough, and we know what that led to, that whole Hell in a Cell match and stuff. So it seems like a recurring theme of Roman. with the he instead of just using his influence, the influence that he has, and him gaining the respect, it seems like he wants more than respect. Like he wants it all. Like, he wants obedience. He just wants like zombies to do his work. It's just, and Jay and Sami, those are the two right there. Which is, if you think, I was actually thinking of the whole dynamic of this whole, like the bloodline in general, like how everyone switched roles throughout this whole thing. Because Jimmy was the I'm not doing this, blah blah blah. Then he comes the right hand man. Jimmy comes along. I'm nobody's bitch. Remember that whole thing with the shirt and all that stuff. I'm not listening to Roman. F you, blah blah. Then he falls in line, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get Sami in, right? And now you kind of have Jay going back to that, like I'm not listening to anything that Roman says. I don't want you in the bloodline, that whole thing. And then he turns around. But then that whole time, we're forgetting Jimmy, the one that was like we thought was backing Sami the whole time. Like he's the first one that took out Sami. If you think of it, did it ever occur to you that happened? Like the one that kind of stuck through Sami through this whole thing, even when Jay was like opposed to what Sami was doing. Jimmy was the first one to kick him in the face. Which is pretty insane. So his role completely switched. It's like he became the right hand man, and now Jay's like that outside, I'm nobody's bitch guy. So it's been a weird dynamic, and the only one that you can really count on is Solo. He's been the same through and through. And they still say you got to watch out for Solo. And I still stick to that. I feel he's like I said, he was sent by the elders. We don't know what he's technically there for, but I mean, he seems like he could be that loose cannon where he can take out Roman if he wants to. So I don't know, but I mean,
I could see a situation where Roman doesn't trust Jimmy anymore, because I mean, you have the twin idealism,
Yep, and he kind of touched on that too on Friday.
Yeah, and where it's like, okay, Jay turned on me. Well, that means Jimmy's going to turn on me too.
Yeah.
And there is an age gap between Solo and the twins and the other Uso brothers. So there could be that potential where because you forget that Solo is also a brother. They're all three brothers.
Yep.
So there could be that situation where he kind of bends Solo's ear, which is interesting. Because if you remember, whenever Solo debuts at Clash of the Castle and there's no other bloodline help except for Paul Heyman, of course, at ringside, it's just Solo coming down in Solo. And so that can be an interesting dynamic. This bloodline story is not over.
No,
it is. You could really, if you wanted to, you could go another year with this story.
I was going to say, even if the story with Sami ends, you still have the bloodline story. You still there's a lot of pieces. Like I said, there's still tension between Jay and Roman. You still have, like we just spoke, you still have Jimmy. He's still a question in that, and Solo as well. It seems like we're in the phase of this storyline. It's I can see like the seeds of the end coming for like this story arc, not the bloodline in general, but like just a story arc with Sami and stuff like that. And it seems like what they're doing now, and it seems like what's happening is Roman is becoming kind of like the paranoid king or the paranoid person, like everyone's out to get him type of thing. And I think that's going to play into WrestleMania. I think that's going to play to, Cody's advantage where, Roman's not going to be thinking clearly in this match. Like obviously he's, his job is to go in, smash, you stack whatever he needs to do and, show up and win or whatever, all that stuff that he says. But this time around, his family is kind of like, he's thinking about his family. He's thinking about the bloodline. He's thinking about all this stuff happening. And I think that the culmination at WrestleMania is what's going to, and now he has Cody, but we'll talk about later. Now he has a clear, like path. Like Cody has a clear path to like I said, we have to break down that whole promo because I don't want to bring it up now because that was just the things that were said and like the way they did it was like perfect. Now you get like Roman worrying about like what Paul Heyman said. Like obviously he's a wise man, but was he sent on Roman's behalf? Did Paul just show up and do that? Is Roman gonna be like, what the hell? What are you doing? I get the stuff happening here. Why would you go, ruffle Cody's fat? Like, is that gonna happen? We don't know. I don't know how this is gonna play out. But that's all I've been thinking of is everyone in the bloodline acting on their own now, and Roman's kind of losing control of the whole thing. Yeah,
you brought up a good point too, because like, so my day job, I work in industry, and a lot of time, like rule number one, like, and especially I'll tell this to my employees, like, hey, if you got something on your mind, let me know.
Yep.
If you got family life, like not trying to get in your personal business, but if you need something, let me know because that can become a safety issue. Well, that's kind of like what's happening kind of a little bit with Roman,
Yeah.
Where he doesn't have his mind in the game,
Yeah.
And it could become a safety issue with him holding the title.
Yeah. Yep.
So fast forward to the night. So, I love the way this was perfectly done because it made total sense. There's one little thing in this night. So one that they did, and Roman sent Jimmy. Well, he sent Jimmy and Solo to try to talk to Jay, or try to find him. But when they came back, they're like, nope, couldn't get a hold of him. Blah 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 blah. Moving on, and Roman says, "Well, look, thank you for your help," kind of thing. The Wiseman, he got you some sushi, some steak on the bus. Go ahead. You guys head to the bus. I'm going to take care of some business out right now. So that's, before the last segment, go to commercial, come back. Roman comes out, makes his entrance, kind of starts talking about Sami. He says, oh, you guys want me to talk about Sami? And can't quite remember off the top of my head the words he said, but the biggest impact was you see somebody in the black hoodie, zip up jacket, and in the corner, and Roman turns around and he spears the shit out of him.
Yeah, clean spear. Nice, clean one.
It was good. And that, so a couple of things with that. So what I like is like, the bloodline, the rest of the bloodline didn't come out like right away, like because they were out on the bus, it took them a little while. So I like that kind of story aspect of it. But so that's one thing I like. And second thing is the biggest thing was something I realized. The biggest reason why Sami is working, of course, is the storyline, but in these crucial moments like this with his nice clean spear and and he lays the chair shot in, at Royal Rumble. He is showing up to work. Like, that's why he's and that's what I think. That's why a lot of people need to take notice of that. Like when these crucial moments are happening, he's hitting his spots 10 out of 10. Yeah. So he says he said like on Ariel's podcast, maybe I can't be the guy, but hold on.
Do we have a run-in?
Let's see if I can pull this up here real quick. Let's see, 3-man. You're not J-Bone. Get out of here. Whoa!
What is
It's
that?
just Sprite. Don't worry.
Oh,
It's just
damn.
Sprite.
God.
Happy birthday
get rid of this guy.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you all for tuning in to the RAWDOWN pre-show. It is time for the Young Anthony celebration of life. Celebrate me, boys. I was born on February 8th, 2002. Come on, tell me the
Good
story of my
God.
life.
Well, considering about 7 or 8 years of that, I was blackout drunk. I can't really do that. No,
Well, hi, everyone. It's good to
welcome,
be on
welcome,
the
young
show.
Anthony.
Happy birthday, dude.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
It's a birthday celebration.
We were just talking about the ending of SmackDown, and
Yes.
you know,
Just
and
started.
I just we talked about the tag team match tomorrow night. Well, that's going to happen. Real quick, what are your kind of some of your thoughts of the tag team match for tomorrow night? Oh yeah, go ahead. Take your little sip of.
Swig a beer for the working man.
Obey your thirst, dog.
What?
What?
Hit the hot take button.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm not ready for that. Hold on. Hot take coming in hot. Maybe yeah.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
This is what happens when you let J-Bone press the buttons. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's
Well,
coming.
I'm not used to it. It takes me a little time. All right. Go ahead.
Well, I got signed out of StreamYard, so we'll have to fix that on the
Alright.
next episode.
Okay.
All right. Well, before I say my thing, what did you guys think of it? Brief. Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Well,
Well, now-
I don't like that it's Ricochet and Big Man. Hey, Braun Strowman.
Yep.
He's gonna come get
Yeah.
these hands.
our thing is we have no clue what's going on as far as like the because you have the Raw championships too that they have to defend. I think next Monday, right?
Oh,
Following
fuck.
Monday?
We're talking about the tag. Oh, I thought you meant the end of SmackDown. Like,
well, we were talking about that, but we had talked about the tag team championship match.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
happening with
okay,
that? Like,
okay.
are they
Yeah.
So it seemed like first they were gonna it's them defending because the graphics show like on SmackDown they're holding the SmackDown championships. When it shows the Raw graphic, they're holding the Raw championships.
Mhm.
So we're like kind of confused if it's going to be undisputed, but it looks like it's going to be the respective titles for those brands. I mean, that's
I
what
think
they're
they said it
defending,
was
right?
SmackDown. I'm pretty
Right,
sure that
so,
was
like-
from the start. That was a SmackDown thing.
Yeah, but why? I guess I don't know. It's just confusing.
It's the way they
I thought-
worded it. I think.
I
on
thought
the-
they were
yeah.
split. I thought they were splitting the tag titles up, and this was
Right,
for
me
the,
too.
This was
I
for
thought
the
when they
SmackDown
fought the
championship.
Judgment Day that they were going to put
the
somehow
Raw
put the
titles on the line,
Judgment Day.
right? Yeah. So that's
I
that
don't know.
following Monday. So besides the point, now we're talking like what's going to happen, like as far as the actual tag team match, because we don't know where Jay is. Jay hasn't shown up
That's a good point.
at all.
Well, I thought you guys were talking about the Sammy and did we get up to
We-
the Sammy and Roman
we
stuff?
started talking about
we started.
it. We didn't
scratching
get like
surface.
way into it yet.
Okay, because that's
We
where
just-
my hot take comes in. But I'll start with the tag team stuff for now. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know where this is going. I think it definitely adds a layer of interest in this whole thing with Jay being missing. Now, what I hope doesn't happen, and this kind of ties into my point of Sammy and Roman, is I hope that they don't resolve things right away and just immediately have Jimmy and Jay back to tag teaming because you have to do this match tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's not just like somehow they resolve it, like they get on the same terms and they fight for the tag titles, because there's no reason why that should be happening.
Exactly.
Can you do it that Solo comes in and takes the place of Jimmy? I would like that. I think
could.
that's the only
Sammy
thing
did
you
it.
can do.
Remember,
Yeah.
Sammy did it for Jimmy when they had to defend on Raw 30.
Mhm. Not to get too insider, but I mean the house shows, they have been running Jimmy and Solo as a tag team. So
okay.
usually those
Yeah.
house shows
Yeah, so that's probably going to happen.
practice.
Yeah.
I think I said this last week. I don't think we're seeing Jimmy to elimination. Jay to elimination chamber. I think he's going to be absent until, and then that's going to be like the, oh my god, Jimmy's here, and it looks like he's going to either like is he going to side with Sammy or Roman, and then you're going to
That's
see
assuming the
retired.
Usos can cross country lines.
I was just gonna say we might.
That
not
is
see
also
Jimmy
true.
or
That is
Jay.
very true. That is very true. Hopefully they get that. Hopefully they get those that border control. Maybe they just give a call to Drake. Drake can.
Yeah,
He's like the freaking president of Canada.
OVO's
He
got
get
the
them
keys for him.
OVO, the sex god, will get them get them in.
No, I mean, I don't think, regardless who fights tomorrow, like Braun and Ricochet are not winning the titles. Give me a break.
No.
Especially the
Ricochet-
SmackDown
the-
titles.
the
'cause those are the
story-
ones that have had the longer reign.
Yeah.
Not the Raw
The
ones.
story,
I call
the story is, what's going to happen with Jay. I mean, this is a continuation of Bloodline story, which is what's interesting.
But is
Like,
it-
that's-
if Jay is not defending, does it really matter if they lose or not?
Well, yeah.
Because
I
they're
mean,
not. The
They go
Usos aren't-
Freebird, then
I mean, the Usos aren't losing.
although
It's not the Uso tag team.
Uso is losing.
yeah, but although this would be a good way to split up the tag team titles.
Yeah, without Jay, because it could be like,
If you needed to.
yeah, because look at you're not the Usos
As
aren't
much as I
losing.
would hate it.
yeah. Technically, like you said, the Usos aren't losing the tag titles. It's a mashup between Solo and like I said before you came on, I said Solo's the one you got to watch out for. I mean, I think he could care less about.
I'm
helping
Red
defend his
Solo.
titles.
Red
he
Solo.
just stands there like
Great
this,
song.
straight face, like he doesn't give a shit, dude. He's just there to kick ass,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
I would agree with you if this was happening for the Raw titles, but the fact that it's happening for the SmackDown titles, like, I don't know, everything that the Bloodline's been doing has been on SmackDown. What happens now?
Mhm.
The Usos lose the SmackDown titles. Now they're Raw champions, and now the Raw champions are going to have to be on SmackDown anyways. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think any
Good
way
point.
that
Yep.
that
Yep. Not happening. That's not. And still, you're tag team champions.
and still your tag team champions.
it's just a thought that kind of crossed my mind.
yeah.
You don't think the Monster Among Men is gonna win tomorrow?
As I call,
You can't really do a Ricochet voice because you don't really hear from him because he has zero.
hey, it's me, Ricochet. That's my Ricochet voice. Pew,
I'm here to flip,
pew, 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 pew. I'm
flip,
ricocheting.
flip, Philadelphia, flip, Philadelphia. So
Pew,
what,
pew.
we were getting into the main event of SmackDown, and
Right.
a couple of things I touched on that I did like. Right before you got on was I did like the fact that they when Roman sent Solo and Jimmy to the bus to go eat steak and sushi, and they had to they didn't come out right away, and they came out through the crowd too. I like that placement. Like, it's just the little things like that.
Yeah.
And one thing I had realized is too, because Sammy hit that spear so well, that's the thing that's why Sammy's working. Yeah, the storyline's great, but when it's time for Sammy to have play his part, whatever it is, he is hitting a fucking grand slam,
Mhm.
like
Yep.
on everything from the chair shot to the spear to his facial reactions when I don't give a damn what the Tribal Chief says, and
Yeah.
he's just like, to everything that's happened. That's why Sammy's working, and that's something I'm a point I wanted to bring up. Now, I'll let you. Well, I'll hit the button
Well,
again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hit the button for
Well,
me.
before you
Or
hit
go ahead,
that,
Marco, go
I want
ahead,
to say
Marco.
this. So, like, we just to take it back a little, we didn't really talk about like the speech part of it when Roman was like, going over why, like, what he saw at Survivor Series. I was trying to remember what he
that's
said.
right.
Did he say I see greed?
It was greed. Yeah,
It was greed. That's what he said. Yeah. So he said, when I looked into his eyes, I see greed. Everyone's trying to take from me from the Tribal Chief. And this kind of brings into what I was telling J-Bone before you jumped on, is we're at the point in this storyline where, to me, Roman's losing it. He's losing
Oh, yeah.
his family. He's losing, like, he has too much to focus on now, which we'll, like, we talk about later, because me and J-Bone we're probably gonna break this down because it's a master class of a promo. Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman. If that didn't get your blood pumped for this WrestleMania match, I don't know what it is. Because they laid down like the perfect foundation in that short time that they had together. The family history, we knew this was going to happen. The Rhodes versus, the Anoa'i family, that type of thing. The connection that Paul Heyman has between both families works really well. Like, if you were denying or naysaying this Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns
No, it
feud,
definitely enhanced it.
And
There's
then, well, we got to
lots
talk
more
about
story.
we'll
It's
talk a
fine.
little later, like the NXT stuff, like the he did groom Roman Reigns. Dusty, that was his.
Let me just say, I know we're not going to get too much into the promo yet because we're still on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I feel like if any, interest in Roman and Cody, it's because of Heyman. And I think this is the first time in a while, ever since I would say, I guess Brock, which I guess isn't that long ago, but I feel like this is the first time in a while that we've seen Heyman as like an integral part in the storyline.
Yeah.
Like the whole end of last year, mid
Yeah.
to end of last year, has just been Sami and the Bloodline.
Right.
We haven't seen a lot. Like Paul's really just been like a very minor side character.
He's been like a coat rack to hang his belt.
Pretty
on.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's just been like the belt rack just holding the titles.
So if they can find a way to, have Jay and Sami and Kevin Owens do their thing in another type of match, which I don't even know what it would be at this point with the whole Jay and Sami soap opera, and then you have Roman, Cody, and Paul Heyman in that story, I think now you have a much more intriguing angle, because now Heyman just adds so much that we haven't seen in a story for Roman in a while. So
well, like I said, we'll get into that later.
We'll get into it.
Let's continue with the main event of SmackDown.
We'll get to your hot takes here.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
okay, let me get this out of the way. I liked it a lot. Sami, like you said, J-Bone, he plays his role well. Fiery baby face. Promo was great. I thought the way that it was, just the minor things too, like the way it was lit, that Sami comes in from behind, like out of the shadow almost. Everything I think really, really worked. Now, my criticism, which is a criticism that, give or take if it's a minor criticism, but so I always allude to Classic Match Classroom because I did, I was able to watch a lot of great stories back in.
Tyler's a great guy.
He's a
great story.
guy. And, we watched Hogan and Rock for, we did a Classroom Mania type of month. And Hogan and Rock. So they, this, the segment where Hogan and Rock make the match official.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like this great promo and like the crowd's going crazy. Rock, he throws out the challenge. Why don't you go one-on-one with The Rock? And it's a huge pop.
Yep.
And then the match is official. Here we go. Rock and Hogan. That's all you needed. And then the NWO comes out. And, Rock attacks NWO. Or Hall and Ash, they get involved. And then Hogan gets involved.
Yep.
And, the NWO, I think they leave Rock down and out, or maybe the Rock gets the upper hand. I don't remember.
I think that's the night whenever they drive the 18-wheeler into the ambulance.
And then the 18-wheeler comes out.
Which Mike Belkester has a piece of that 18-wheeler.
He does, yes.
That's awesome.
But the 18-wheeler comes out after that. So we just got the announcement for one of the biggest WrestleMania matches of all time. And then we get a brawl. And then we get an 18-wheeler in 3 separate segments, which honestly could have been 3 separate weeks of television to build up to Hogan and Rock. Okay. That's my criticism with this. And it's what I was telling you from the start. There's not enough time to properly build this story because you only have now 2 weeks.
I think we went over this before.
Yeah, but
this 2 weeks of story into
the story's been already happening.
Yeah, I get your point. I get your point. But at this point, if you don't have the match, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah,
situation.
I think we talked about this. Yeah, I think we already talked about this.
Go ahead, Mark.
The story started in November. It's before November, before Survivor Series. A story between Roman and Sami Zayn. So it's not like a 2-week build. It's been months of a build before with the Sami Roman match coming up. I don't see.
I mean, I guess, but it keeps going back to my point that it's when you're building up a match of that magnitude, and I sound like a broken record, but I have to get the point across. When you're building up a match that has been months in the making, who cares that it wasn't, this whole Sami Bloodline thing wasn't supposed to happen? They built this story for months, right?
Yeah.
And this is long-term storytelling that we've been complaining about since the fucking inception of this show.
Yep.
When you have your longest story and your most detailed story in years. We got on here last week and we said this is probably the best WWE story since the turn of the century. You have this story that you've built up superb, and then you finally get the announcement of it, and you're going to build it up in 2 weeks when now there's all these different angles to it with Kevin Owens and Jey Uso.
But see, that's the beauty part is you have
the
the different angles. And the thing is, though, I get your criticism, and I think it is fair. However, I know we haven't talked about it quite yet. That promo on Monday and the story that they're building with Cody, I had my doubts with this Cody Roman thing, and I think a lot of people did, well, how's this gonna happen? But it is clear as crystal now that Cody has to be the guy in the position.
Yeah.
No, you can't. The match.
You can't have Sami in that situation.
Yeah, I want to add on to this as well. So it's not the Sami storyline. That's why I think people are getting. He's a part of the Bloodline storyline. So the Bloodline storyline is going to continue no matter what, even after Sami. You can shake your head all you want, but the Bloodline storyline started with Jey and Roman, and that was 2.5 years before Sami even entered the story. That's why I think everyone's forgetting. The Bloodline storyline is the Bloodline storyline. Sami is a part of the storyline, and it's just going to move on after. Not that Sami will be long and forgotten and he won't be spoken of, because that they like to weave things in and out. But he is a part of the Bloodline storyline. He's not the storyline, and that's why I think a lot of people. He's Roman, the Usos, not even Solo. Roman and the Usos are the Bloodline storyline. Whoever enters in that stratosphere, that storyline, they're just like co-stars or cameo characters, and they come in and out and they're gone. That Bloodline storyline has nothing to do with Sami. It's that's been in the making for, and like I said, you can shake your head and nod and all that stuff. It started in 2020, and that was way before Sami was even doing anything.
I think we're just that's how it started. But as I mentioned before, you went with something that was only supposed to be like a 2 or 3 week deal with Sami and the Bloodline. And you could have stopped it, but because it was so good, you kept it going for months.
Yeah.
So
but
although it didn't start the way that, Sami being a part of the Bloodline, he's a part of the storyline either way. I know it's the Bloodline, the family. Yes, I understand. But if you build something to that degree, he's in the story, just as Kevin Owens has been in the story.
Yeah, well, they're a part of the story. Yeah. I think
everyone is part of the story.
Yeah.
Like Roman is the main character, sure, but
yeah,
there are side characters that are very important in the story.
And they can easily
be Jimmy, Solo, and Sami are the most important side characters, I would say.
See, I wouldn't even put Sami as a most important character. I would put Jey and Jimmy as more important characters, because before you jumped on, we actually talked about role reversals in this whole thing. So when this whole thing started, it was Jey. Jey was the I'm not doing this shit. You're crazy. I understand you love the family and you want to protect your family. I'm not doing this shit. You're not making me do the most heinous shit things ever. So what happens? They culminate into a Hell in a Cell match. And obviously, you know what happened with that. Now Jimmy's, he falls in line. Now he's a part of it. Enters Jimmy. Now Jimmy comes in as that character that is now a part of the Bloodline storyline. So because remember, the Usos weren't all a part of it. It started with Roman and Jey, right? They are the two main characters. Mm-hmm. Then Jimmy comes in after, and he's like, I'm not doing this shit. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm not falling in line with him, blah, 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 all this stuff. He learns his lesson real quick. Now he falls in line, right? And obviously, Paul's a part of this anyway. But then as the story goes along, you get Sami and all this stuff. And then the roles reverse. Now you get, Jimmy, the one that you thought was the, I'm with Sami. He's a part of this, he's our brother, blah, blah, blah. He was the first one to kick fucking Sami in the face. Everyone's forgetting this. Now he's become the aggressor, and Jimmy has become the less the aggressor. So they kind of swap roles in this sense.
No, you're right.
So that's why I love Sami. I love the focus on him, but my focus is on the Usos and their part in this as well, because you don't have to always go with Sami. You can go with Jimmy or Jay against Roman, because they've been doing the shit with him at the beginning. He was at his most sadistic when the whole bloodline started. So like I said, Sami, we're kind of riding the wave now with the Sami thing. And I think I don't want us to forget the two guys that actually made this storyline possible and actually started this, which is the Usos. So
let me ask you a question then, because I've been thinking about this. I'll ask you two questions. Number one, is it that important for them, or that vital for them to do Sami versus Roman before WrestleMania? Couldn't they have just held off until after Mania? Because again, just goes back to my point of
then you're cooling off that story.
Yeah.
But just think of it like, first of all, didn't even mention it, but I don't know, the fact that Sami gets attacked as brutally as he did at Rumble, and then he comes back on SmackDown like completely fired up and fine. That was a little detail that I was like, there you could have waited a week.
It's not like it's not like with going back to The Rock and Hogan. It's not like he got hit by a
Sure, but you
he just got his ass kicked.
Sold it a little bit. You're back in 5 days, ready to go. I don't know.
Well,
and then that kind of counterpoint. There you go with Sami. He doesn't look like the guy that can recover in a week from a beatdown like that, physically anyway. Like The Rock or like Stone Cold, they get their asses kicked like that. They're coming back in a week. But then you now you're going into that like almost like realism part of it. Like, yeah, maybe you could have waited 2 weeks for him to come. I would have anyway. You're right about that. They should have waited till like this Friday, have him interrupt the tag team match or something.
You basically just called Sami Zayn a bitch.
Yeah, kind of. He's not the most physical specimen. And he just got beat up by three
I'm telling him
just savages. Just kick the shit
out.
No,
don't tell him, please. If I was them, I've been thinking about it. Why? I understand Montreal. I get it. But does that absolutely mean that they have to do Sami and Roman at Elimination Chamber? If I'm booking it, and of course, if I was booking it, WWE would be a multi-billion-dollar company.
It would be the lowest viewed WrestleMania in history if you
whatever.
Book that.
If I'm booking it, you start Raw after the Rumble to WrestleMania, just focused on Cody and Roman. Just get Sami out of the picture. The Raw after Mania, bring back Sami Zayn.
But that's cooling off the feud,
No, I think it's getting Sami out of the picture.
I think the problem is I think is where the dates don't line up, and obviously they had to, you can't really change that, right? If this pay-per-view was in March, would you still feel the same way?
If the pay-per-view was in March, would I still feel the same way as far as
Elimination Chamber?
Yeah. If as far as not putting Roman, it's in the same spot, just in March. Everything's happening the same. It's just in March. Would you still have the same feelings? The beginning of March?
I would hate it.
Okay. So why? Because
my whole point is that it's before Mania, and that Roman is walking into Mania as the champion.
And I completely agree. And I hear what you're saying. And I think, like I said earlier, I think this is a situation, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
Because if if you don't do it, then people are going to be like, well, we don't get the Sammy Roman match. And then you get the
that's
other
true.
side.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah,
get
you're
the other
right.
side where people say, oh, like yourself. And I agree. I think this doesn't put Sammy in a great situation, especially after that promo with Heyman and Cody.
Right.
Well,
That's why I said sorry to cut you off, but like that's what I mean is that if you do it how I just mentioned, that you take Sammy off of TV for the entire road to Mania. You don't even have Sammy at or maybe you return him at Mania.
Yeah.
I feel like that takes him out of the picture.
Yeah.
So that you can at least put the for me, if you do the angle at the Rumble, take Sammy off of TV, and you bring in Cody
I
at
see what you're
Raw,
talking
and
about.
you announce that Sammy's out for an indefinite period of time, and then you have that Cody promo.
Yeah.
That to me is like, okay, boom, we're ready for Cody and Roman. And
No, I
then
think
Mania or the night
I
after
get your
Mania,
point.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get your point.
I think that's because
it's just to get him out of people's heads. Like
I think that's
like right now, like we're like, oh fuck, I really want to see this Sammy and Roman match. But if we just get Sammy out of the picture, then we can focus on Roman and Cody.
You know what would be
When
great?
you do it after Mania, then you're able to do it at maybe a Money in the Bank or just any pay-per-view where now Sammy has a fighting chance. And that's the point of wrestling, is that any man can win.
See, I think where they messed up was him challenging Roman for the titles. I think they should have just had the match as a blood feud. Like it's in Montreal. I'm gonna embarrass you in front of everybody.
That's what I said last week.
My hometown.
The
so they
whole
should have
story, absolutely.
If they didn't even mention titles, that's where they kind of mess up. The other part of that too is I think just to like add on to what you said, Anthony, like get him off of TV. I think that's probably what's going to happen at Elimination Chamber. I think they're just going to kick the shit out of him so bad that they're probably going to they're going to be their scapegoat way out.
You're really doing them a disservice.
Yeah, then you have no time to build up any story for me.
I think what you were alluding to, Anthony, was doing the injury angle. You know what would be fire? Let's say let's say you have a ref bump, at the end of WrestleMania. The blood. Jimmy and Solo come out. They start beating on Cody, and we haven't seen Sammy this entire time. And then at the top of the ramp, you get no music. You just see Sammy appear, and he's just flying down the ring. And Roman just you cut back, you see Roman's face. Yeah. He's like, oh, shit.
Exactly.
And he clears the ring. He doesn't help Cody, just clears the ring, gets the trouble out of there. And then Cody, and then they're able to kind of continue the match where it's a one-on-one. Cody wins. You go into the next month with Roman and Sammy.
Easy peasy.
Yep. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
We'll
so
see.
you know what?
We'll see.
For once, Anthony, good job.
I got it right.
Let's
that's the 21 effect.
Yeah, let's
You're old Anthony now.
We didn't even like finish the whole the whole main event part of SmackDown. We still got him calling out Roman, and then
I mean we kind of encompassed all of it.
We kind of did it. Yeah.
It was too much. It was great,
but
it was like binge watching your favorite show 3 episodes in a row. Like,
Which that's how I prefer to watch my shows.
Maybe a
lot of
people
people
getting ready
do that
for a
nowadays.
Netflix sale. Who knows?
You should know.
Showing, hey, we can binge. We can do binge content.
But Roman, in the corner and the whole I'm gonna embarrass you in front of your friends, your family, your wife, your kids, everybody, all this stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
we'll see.
All right.
What's next?
Did anything else happen on SmackDown? Like noteworthy?
No.
I don't think so.
We got an Uncle Howdy sighting again, I think.
I'm done with that.
Here we go.
Please, can we not?
Can I? I'm not going to go into it. But last week, I said I'm giving it one last week. If they do not kick off some type of story and give me something, I'm absolutely done. Next week, if we even so much as sniff an Uncle Howdy topic on this RAWDOWN show. I'm going to leave and never, ever come back. This is the worst story I have ever watched, and I've been watching wrestling for a decade now. Awful.
Whoa.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't pull out
decade?
Don't pull out those credentials on us. Jeez.
I'm
Is
done
that
with
10
this.
years? Whoa.
10 years, bud. No, more than 10 years. Maybe 13. 13 years.
Whoa.
I know, right? Come on.
Damn.
Fuck
Your
myself.
your wrestling watch is a teenager now. Congratulations.
Am I wrong though? You're gonna sit here and tell me I'm wrong? Is it not the worst thing ever? This Uncle
Well, I don't know
Howdy?
about the worst thing ever.
No, I'm joking.
I don't know about the worst thing ever, but it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. I don't know
think
what they were
It's not
doing.
the worst thing, but it's.
I think his worm match with the lights and the bugs at WrestleMania. I think that was the worst thing he's ever done.
The worm match?
Yeah, where they had the
projected
light, projected the bugs and all that.
Oh,
I don't even think that was as
That was
bad as
pretty
this Uncle
fucking
Howdy
bad.
stuff. At least that made sense. It was straight to
Oh
the
yeah,
point.
let's light up some bugs on the ring.
It's something. At least we got something.
Oh, hey, let's say also let me say this too. With Uncle Howdy, it appears that Alexa Bliss will be off TV indefinitely.
Yeah, I seen that.
For
Yeah, she's
some
taking
unknown
time
reason.
off.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So
It's like it's worse and worse.
yeah.
Well, I think it's like I think they said like she's taking time off or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
but nobody knows why. You
Yeah.
know, not that it matters, but I mean,
leave, come back as
Eh,
Little Miss Bliss.
the
Forget all the
problem. The
other-
problem is you have this story going, and then
It's like I hope that the stuff that happened at the Rumble, of course, the Uncle Howdy video package. He was saying, "Do you feel in control?" or whatever cryptic shit. I'm hoping that means she was more in control when she was Little Miss Bliss. So
Yeah.
maybe that's. It's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not going.
Yeah,
That's not what it's
no.
going to be. And they're just going to go back to the spooky shit.
nice try, pal.
Nice try, pal. Fucking got my hopes up once again. But maybe, I mean, that's the only way that they could save this. You're just gonna go back to doing the Lily shit.
Ugh,
Come on,
God no.
grow up.
Grow up. Get some real wrestling in here.
Grow up. All right.
God.
Are we ready to talk about Raw?
Yeah, let's do it.
Smackdown sucks. It's almost as bad as Raw.
It's almost as bad as Raw.
Should we talk about the return of
What do you guys want to talk about?
Edge and Beth coming out? Looks actually. Oh, that was the other match that we forgot because we were talking about matches for the Elimination Chamber. It looks like it's going to be Edge and Beth versus Rhea and is it Dominic or is it going to be Finn? Rhea and Finn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the other match we told you because we were like, oh, there's not that many matches, but
I watched the match, and a matter of fact, I fell asleep in the middle of it.
yeah. Dominic screaming for mommy as Beth Phoenix was gonna drop him on his face was pretty funny.
That was good.
I need someone to step up.
Whenever we talk about Edge, for fucking anything, that's always the one.
Step up. But yeah, what do you think? Thoughts? Thoughts of the old mixed tag match happening at Elimination Chamber?
I mean, it's,
It's fine.
I feel like I would be more interested if Finn wasn't the guy in the Judgment Day
Yeah.
tag team.
It's probably better if Dominic was the
Yeah, or Damien. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the original three:
Yep.
Rhea, Damien, and Edge.
Yeah.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
That's a good point too. Yeah, like we've seen Finn and Edge already. Now they're rumored that they're gonna fight at Mania. Brood Edge versus Demon Finn.
Please,
Yeah.
can we be done with this fucking storyline?
I kind of
For
want
the
to see
love
Demon.
of fucking God.
I want to see
Move
Demon
Edge
Finn
away
though.
from the fucking Judgment Day.
I hope this is it. I really,
Yeah, I think like I
really
said,
hope it.
WrestleMania is always a culmination of
There's
the,
no
of
need
the
why
wrestling
this should
year.
culminate at WrestleMania.
No, absolutely. There's no heat there.
What are you going to do?
Zero.
Edge and Finn at WrestleMania in a Hell in a Cell? Come on.
No, Edge, Brood Edge, and Demon Finn.
Oh my
not
God.
I
regular
don't
Finn.
want to hear the.
This is like putting Aleister Black and Bray Wyatt and Demon Finn Balor and The Undertaker in one
I
faction.
don't want to hear the fucking Brood Edge music again. I'm done.
Like, how do you even book that? Is Demon Finn gonna lose to Brood Edge?
No,
unless he tags with Gangrel, I'm out. Okay.
I just want to see what a Demon Finn would look like with the purple and stuff. How they're gonna pull that off? Because he usually does like the red and black. That's my own.
How Judgment Day.
Yeah, how are they gonna do that, J-Bone?
God damn.
No comment.
Because he should come out with a purple face.
Oh, I just don't care.
It's Barney the dinosaur. Goddamn.
I don't know.
You know what the heart?
Maybe Demon Finn will come out with that Kanye West mask that
Dude,
Finn's
that was
been
pretty
wearing
sick.
now.
Yeah, with those have you seen those like red shoes that people wear? Those red boots, they're like cartoon shoes. Have you
Oh
seen these?
yes.
Maybe he'll come out with
wear
those,
those
like
while
purple
we're at
ones.
it.
But yeah, no.
Anything else on?
The only other thing we haven't really talked about because we kind of like talked about it sparingly about like the Street Profits like possibly splitting up and all this stuff, and now it seems like judging from these two qualifying matches that might be taking that road.
It was a little surprising.
Yeah,
Poor Angelo.
yeah.
Dude he got so
poor
much
Angelo
momentum.
Hawkins. Kurt must
Yeah,
be so sad
Kurt,
too.
yeah, freaking Kurt Dawkins, dude.
Kurt
Dawkins.
Dawkins.
They're just
and
leaving him
Angelo
behind, huh?
Man, Kurt Dawkins, he had so much momentum like these last few months. Like commentary was like, oh, he's gotten in shape. He's been doing
Yeah.
so many flippy shit. And they were like, nope, Montez. He's always been our guy.
Yeah.
No Dawkins.
No
not
Dawkins.
Not today.
Not today.
No Kurt. Not today.
No Kurt Dawkins.
Yeah, no, he's actually been. I've been really enjoying his matches and stuff like that too. Like the singles matches he's having. Plus, like he's been really stepping it up in the tag matches. So
Yeah.
I mean,
If your last name ends with Alkins and you're in WWE, run.
maybe he's gonna go on a losing streak, like his counterpart.
like the other Alkins brother.
Yeah, like the other
Dawkins
Hawkins.
brothers. Kurt Dawkins of the Dawkins brothers.
Yeah. Maybe they'll. Hopefully, he gets like an on-screen thing with Kurt. And he's like, "Hey, let me give you some advice." Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Montez.
I don't think they'll break up. I think it'll
This
be
is just
like
a
New
yeah.
Day
It's just
thing.
a show to see what Tez has got.
Yeah.
I mean, they did give him a main event match with Roman Reigns a while back. If you guys remember, do you remember this? Or
I
Yeah,
remember.
Lo-
Pepperidge
yeah,
Farms
yeah.
remembers.
yeah. So I mean, they've been testing the waters with the dude, I think. But yeah, I
Is
think
Chad
he's-
Gable in this elimination chamber, or did I make that up?
is he?
No, I think.
No,
Was it
it's
Theory,
Johnny
Seth,
Gargano, right?
Gargano,
Rollins,
Let's look at it.
Priest,
Montez, and wait,
Theory.
no, Theory, Seth, Bronson, Gargano, Dawkins,
Montez.
Ford,
Yeah.
and who's the sixth guy?
Might be
See-
right.
Did you say Priest already?
Oh, and Priest.
Oh, it is Priest.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why did I think Gable was in this match? He should be in this match.
He
but-
should be. I'm enjoying him as well.
I mean, he should be, but they don't book him to win anything.
Nah, they're looking
I mean,
like
they
they're
lost to the Hurt Business this week. First week back in business, being an established tag team that's been around for months.
Nope, they're
The
I see
chemistry's
what,
always been there.
I see what they're doing. It's looking like Otis is gonna join the Maximum Male Models. I'm not sure if you guys seen that.
Did see this?
Yeah, it looks like they're going that route, which is,
He's going back to his Chris Farley roots.
yeah, his comedic ways.
He's growing the hair out, the beard.
Very upsetting.
Start doing the worm.
Yeah.
Alpha Academy will be
Alpha
no
Academy
more.
is great. There's no need to bring back that Otis.
No.
Hopefully, it's just a feud with like Maximum Male Models and the Alpha Academy, and they're not actually going that route. But I kind of feel like he's going to become a model or some shit.
It'll give Maximum Male Model something to do, and they're officially on Raw. Good for
True.
them. Their
Yeah,
little videos that they do on YouTube are very, very entertaining. I
They
don't know
are.
if anyone checks them out.
Checks them out.
I know
Speaking
J-Bone
of-
checks them out, but
Speaking of entertaining, Chelsea Green
okay.
is fucking amazing. Dude.
Oh,
I love
Let's
her.
talk about Chelsea Green.
She's great.
I don't know if I
I'm
said
on-
it last week, but Chelsea
on board.
Green, this is exactly what she needed. She just
Yeah.
needed a
Yes.
character.
Yeah, just get her on screen.
That's what a
Put her
lot
on.
of these wrestlers, men and women, need.
That's kind of the premise of wrestling. New character. That's like saying, but you know what would really help out his in-ring work? If he stepped inside the ring.
But like when she was in NXT and she was kind of doing that that same character, like very entitled and all that stuff, but she didn't really get to display it on the main roster, and now you're actually seeing it, which is I love it. Her complaining to the manager every week, or she's gonna complain to his manager if she doesn't get what she wants. But then when she actually got in the ring with Asuka, I mean, I was impressed. She
She's
looked
good, man.
Yeah, she looked good. She kicked the
She's
shit out of Asuka
underrated.
for a little bit. Yeah, I think so, man. I think, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see them putting their eggs, all their eggs in her basket. Essentially,
She'll be someone to look out for this year. I
Yeah,
think she'll
definitely.
have a really, really strong 2023.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should be
what's that?
great.
Oh, Chelsea Green got released by WWE. Oh.
Yeah, no, right? Oh no, next wave of
Oh,
releases.
there goes
Uncle
the-
Howdy.
Oh my God. We're gonna get Chelsea
we-
Green is gonna get a match, and all of a sudden the lights go out. Oh shit! It's Uncle Howdy.
I just got a great idea. Maybe we should do our own mock release, WWE release. Who we want to see release?
Let's not say we did.
No, that's fictional characters like Uncle Howdy or
yeah.
not like actual people. What do you think? That's
Yeah.
all like.
Let's get rid of this guy. He sucks.
Oh yeah, they just brought him back. He's been around for 3 months. Ah, shit, damn it.
I think we did that a couple months ago. Tyson got pissed off.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry, yeah, we don't want to do that. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't want to ruffle Tyson.
Love you,
I know,
Tyson. Because I'm TNT.
I know. J Bone wanted to pick apart the cage match. So do you
Yeah.
want to do that
I
first,
would
or do you
also
want to?
like to pick apart?
Or do you want to? So what do you want to do first?
Okay,
you want to do the
yeah,
Cody promo?
No,
or
let's
do you want to
just
do
get
that?
to the cage match. My cage, this
Okay.
cage match is not going to take too long. What I don't really understand why they moved it from Raw as 30. Was it because of time constraints?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay,
the
so they moved.
bloodline went over.
Yep.
Okay, so they moved the cage match out, which is quite honestly bullshit. But I mean, I get it, and I think, and it goes back to a bigger problem that I have with WWE. Like they just kind of have everything stacked on the bloodline, which is fine. I understand, like it's the greatest storyline, but whatever. But then you bring back Lita, who obviously was probably booked for Raw is 30.
Yeah.
To basically do the spot that you had planned
Yeah.
for Raw is 30.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy booking.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because I mean, what were they gonna do? Push the match a few weeks after and just say, "Oh, sorry, Lita, you're not."
No,
making
but
appearance."
no, J Bone's
Yeah.
right. They should have just did the match if she was going to show
No, you're
up.
right. You're absolutely right.
It seems
But,
out
I
of
mean-
place now. It's like, what the fuck is Lita doing here?
I'm kind of just happy that they got the moment. Like that, even
Yeah.
if it didn't make sense, it's like at least it went as planned. They didn't change too much from it. Like Lita got
No,
the
change the
moment.
whole thing.
to
be honest, no,
change
serious.
everything.
Yeah,
Seriously. This
No,
is
you're
it's
right.
a
It made
different
no
it's a
sense,
different week,
but-
pal. Like, like we're almost on Raw is 40 at this point.
I mean, I'm just happy this doesn't happen every week anymore. I mean, we were ripping up scripts at 8:25 Eastern. Like, at least where this happens every once in a
Well, it looks like they did that at
in
Raw's 30. So.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So it's a
It's
3-hour
Raw
show.
is XXX. Thanks.
That doesn't make sense. It's a 3-hour show, but they couldn't fit in that match. Like what
Also,
took
had
up
the
like
first full hour commercial free. So.
like I understand like the the Bloodline thing was what? How long was that? Like 40? Was it 45 minutes or something like that? Or because you had the trial and then you had the match right afterwards, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with
Cut
you,
cut the DX shit. Like
Yeah,
get rid of that and put
exactly.
the match on.
That's what I was about to
Cut
say.
the Charlotte Bianca.
Yeah, cut that
fucking
shit.
Bianca and Sonya Deville had a match. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like no, cut that.
All right, I
match.
guess Ric Flair. Whatever. Stick him in the back with. Don't put him on the screen. How about that?
Cut
Let
the
him
fucking
move.
the poker game shit. Like we
Hey,
don't need that.
Don't you besmudge the name of Ric Flair?
No, I
That's
will.
true.
No, I
Yeah.
will.
No, fuck you. Don't
No,
do that.
I will
the
besmirch
greatest
the
world
name of
champ.
Ric
What are you
Flair.
talking about? You can't
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
No, you can't. I mean, you
I
can
know you
disrespect-
grew up in the 2000s and Kofi Kingston's your hero. But
My boy,
Yeah.
Kofi fucking.
You can disrespect Hulk Hogan all you want. You can disrespect
Yeah.
Guru Sammartino, all the other greats, but Ric Flair, no. We don't.
No, we don't do that here.
We don't talk about Ric Flair like that. No.
No. He's the greatest world champion that's ever lived.
Of all time, and every wrestler will tell you that.
Better than Roman Reigns.
Yes.
He is. Yeah.
Better than
One
Kofi
million-
Kingston. Let's
yes,
calm down.
1,000,000%.
Old fat guy BMX. Thank you for joining the Rawdown.
Oh, he's a
Old
great
fat
guy.
You
BMX.
take
What a
you
great guy.
Woo!
You put Roman right in front of a Ric Flair back in the day, back in the early 80s, maybe late 70s, early 80s, deer in headlights. Roman Reigns would not know what to say on the microphone.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Against a
Ric Flair, yeah, he had his matches. Ricky Steamboat, Terry Funk, sure, great matches. But we're talking
Dusty.
about Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton at SummerSlam 2019. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah,
Come
give me a
on.
fucking break.
Now we don't besmirch Kofi. He's a local legend around here. He actually went to high
Kofi's the
school
man.
a town over from me here.
You're
so-
damn right, Kofi's the man.
Mad,
Save
mad
his
respect
chest.
for Kofi.
Yeah, we don't besmirch Kofi on these.
No,
on
no,
these
no,
parts.
no. But we're comparing to the Nature Boy.
Tell me, can Ric Flair pogo stick on a announce table chair back to the fucking steel steps?
No, but
Did he do that?
No, but he'll get a 19-year-old to pogo stick on him.
Will you stop? I can't hit the button. Will you stop? God damn.
All right.
I love this is the segment that old fat guy BMX comes in for. Ric Flair versus Kofi Kingston. Who is the better world champion?
Oh, look
my
at that
God.
sound. Oh, fat guy at BMX.
Chicken sandwich. Look at that.
We're some great guys.
We're some great guys.
Oh my god.
Man. Enjoy your chicken there, old fat guy BMX.
Chicken.
Well, I think it's time we talk about the promo.
Is everyone here a wrestling fan or sports entertainment?
I hate how he's so scared. Because he thinks he said something wrong.
Can I say sports entertainment?
He's a wrestling fan.
Wrestling?
Sports entertainment.
Was I supposed to say? I'm gonna get released. No, I should have said that. There's not wrestling around here. I gotta reprogram. Yeah. So who wants to start? I know. So let's start off with with Cody giving the props. Him. Here's a weird thing about that promo. He was just like, talk about Sami Zayn, and he knows he has a match with Roman, and he said he hopes he wins. So he was, he wanted to like fight either one. It doesn't matter. He has to finish the story, as they say. But I just wanted to pull that part. That was kind of strange. But who wants to start? I know. I mean, Anthony, you kind of came in a little bit later.
J Bone's chomping at the bit. Let him start.
Okay.
I mean, the promo. I mean, it's not a whole lot to say. I mean, because the promo was just fantastic. I mean, this is textbook Paul Heyman But what was great about it is a couple things. Is we kind of really saw Cody at work here, and I think a lot of people kind of like rolled their eyes like, oh god, they're talking about Dusty again. But this is the story, Like if you don't like it, sorry, tough. But this is the story.
If you don't like it, you don't like wrestling.
Paul Heyman and Dusty, they go back a long ways. I mean, basically what you're seeing right here is a hybrid of Dusty and Paul Heyman, because Dusty's what is the one that taught Paul Heyman the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just just amazing work, and it instantly made this main event not only like noteworthy, like okay, this is good, but this instantly like puts it in like a whole nother level compared to the last couple of years we've seen. Because last year we saw Brock and Roman. I was not thrilled at all with that.
No,
right?
There was really no, yeah.
Well, and then the year
Greatest
before that,
WrestleMania match of all time.
I mean, they can say what they want. I already see the greatest wrestling match ever. So
yeah, the year before that was Edge and Roman, which was good. And of course you added Daniel Bryan into it. It was good, but it just felt like it was lacking something.
Yeah.
Not going to talk about pandemic WrestleMania. That's a whole other 35. You get, I guess you get, the triple threat with the women's, and then of course you have Kofi and the match of that night was Kofi and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
right?
that should have main event.
Greatest championship.
34. You got Brock Roman, boring. 33. What was 33? Roman Taker. Didn't make really a lot of sense.
Yeah.
32, Roman Triple H.
Yeah.
31, Roman Brock.
Good.
Going into it was like shaky, but the match, of course, was amazing. So, I mean, my point of being is this is now instantly upper echelon of this decade WrestleManias.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
there's some story to
immediately.
it.
So, because I like I mentioned earlier, I had my doubts, little doubts, not like major doubts, but I was patiently. That's why I haven't mentioned it yet. But I was patient to see where this was going to go. You got plenty of time, and they've already knocked it out of the park. I'm already excited for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's what I have to say.
You want to go, Anthony, or
no? I mean,
I think Marco's chomping at the bit.
I know. I just think Anthony hates it because it's not going his way. So I.
Oh my god! No. Well, first of all, cut the shit. I think this is great. Golly. This is obviously I 100% agree with Jay on this. Is the probably on paper the biggest Mania match in a while.
I would say, dare to say, Rock Cena won.
Yeah, probably. That had like the main event had a significant meaning to it, like an actual real life storyline, real life implications to it.
I would say WrestleMania 30, but like still.
That was kind of forced. That hand was forced,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you're talking about like genuinely like star, star versus star, like this is the biggest one since Rock and Cena. The promo was fantastic. I think last week and this week definitely sold me on Cody and Roman. If it was just this was the only story that was going on, obviously this would be perfect. Like I mentioned before, Heyman getting involved in everything just worked very well, because I feel like Roman, Cody on surface level, like there's a little story, but it's not like enough to be like outside of just star versus star, like this is a WrestleMania main event. But now that you add Heyman involved in things, and this is what I was talking about a few weeks ago that I got jumped for, that WrestleMania is all about the stories. Well, there you go. They just added a huge level of story to this. The stars were there, but now it's enhanced with the story.
Yeah.
So I was right once again.
No, really?
great guy, and Roman was great. I mean, like Cody making Heyman cry, like we got a phone call in 2000 from ECW, and Heyman just sitting there like with his eyes falling out. And I love that Heyman just hears all of that, and he's like, "You really got me." But hey, Roman Reigns is the son that your father wanted. Like, what the fuck?
So that was like the other part about that whole promo was like you didn't know where it was going. You just obviously you automatically see Paul Heyman and you're like, oh shit, here he comes. He's gonna say something about Roman. But at the beginning, I didn't think there was gonna be any like that conversation that they were having. It was more or less like a mutual respect type of deal. They didn't talk about anything about Roman Reigns. Cody did before Paul came out because he said, obviously he's in a main event against, whoever wins the Elimination Chamber match. Doesn't matter who. But, he's kind of carefree at the beginning. Like, you know what? May the best man win. I hope the best for you, Sami. Blah, blah, blah. Then enters Paul Heyman. And then, obviously they have that whole exchange. You called my father in 2000. I actually went back and watched that actual appearance. It was Steve Corino was actually in the ring, is still working with the WWE, if I'm not mistaken. So now you get that level. So this is like deep rooted, man. Like if you think about like now you have Steve Corino probably at the helm of this storyline as well, or helping with it.
Can we put Steve Corino in just one segment with Cody and
which
Paul
is probably
Heyman?
going to happen. I would probably. He's
They
probably going to make
name
an
dropped
on-screen
him. They kind
appearance.
of
That would be great if Heyman came out and attacked, like send him to attack him or something.
That'd be pretty cool. But the other part of that too is you could go back to when Dustin, and Cody were at odds with the what were they called?
The Shield,
and with the Authority, right, like that whole thing. So there's history there.
There is history.
Yeah, so there's like you go back and watch that. They have a feature on Peacock. Like you can watch all the.
Actually, I went back and watched that match today because I posted a reel from it today, but I went back and watched it too because I was trying to see if Cody had gotten the pin on Roman or Seth.
Yeah,
but it was Seth.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, so like they had that whole thing back then, but they'll probably bring that shit up. But when I was in the Shield. You were wearing makeup. You were Stardust or something shit like that. They're probably gonna. But anyway,
you were wearing little whitey tighties.
You were doing cartwheels and shit.
What bullshit you were doing?
I can't wait when they actually come face to face and they have a promo. And that's the other part of this. Fucking Cody can speak. Yeah. He's one of the fucking great guys on the mic to be with. So now you're not having.
They put me against Stardust.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Wasn't your brother like rubbing on his nipples or something like that? Because he obviously, Roman did bring that up on SmackDown. I was going to come out and talk about Cody, but seems like you guys want to talk about Sami. And then he went to the Sami route. So like now you have like Cody going, oh, you're not fucking thinking about me. Okay. But then the Paul Heyman thing happens. And then when he drops that bombshell about, how he, Dusty groomed, blah, blah, blah. And then the end part of that is what fucking got me, what pulled me in. When he's like, when I see your boy, I'm going to take those titles personally, a double entendre, because, he's going to take him personally from him. At the same time, it's personal that you did this. So, like, just the way, like, that whole thing was fucking masterful, dude.
And it's also clear to me because he said titles. They're not splitting these titles up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It also kind of sucks for Sami, though. Like,
It
not to
doesn't.
go back to it, but
It doesn't suck for Sami.
no, because it's like Cody goes on this whole thing. Look, I'm not making it about Sami, but I just want to say it's funny because it's like Cody makes this whole thing like, oh, maybe I could face Sami Zayn.
Well, he's given
May the
that.
best
He's
man
the
win.
underdog guy. He has to give Sami that push to like.
But then he says to Paul, like, I'm gonna make sure that I fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and take those titles personally. So what is he gonna cost Sami the match to make sure?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
fucking,
He's not gonna-
you want Bautista heat,
Yeah.
bud? Then you'll really get
But yeah,
a yes movement.
dude, Sammy knows this. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, you could call like that whatever this Ariel Hawani thing a work or whatever, but it's a shoot. Sammy knows his role in the fucking
Yeah,
company.
I know.
He
I
knows
don't
he's
want,
not.
we don't have to get into Sammy
Yeah.
again. I just wanted to say it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it'd be cool if he like won, but that'd be a fucking shitty WrestleMania match. I personally wouldn't want to watch Sami Zayn wrestle Cody Rhodes for titles.
Hey, Sammy and Cody have a lot of history. A lot of history.
But I mean, is it appealing to the
They
masses?
both won the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of history.
Yeah.
A lot of history. What a great story.
That's quite the history they have there. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I think maybe we need a little work there.
They were
Yeah.
both. Were they? Was Sammy a tag team champion?
No, I don't think so.
Was he ever? No, I don't think so.
Cody was a tag team champion.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
history.
Yep.
They were
Nice,
both
G.
in the company. Oh, how about this? Huh. They were both in the WrestleMania 32 ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship.
It's true.
That is
They
history.
were.
Actually,
Yep.
Stardust was in there. That wasn't Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, that wasn't Cody
Fuck.
Rhodes.
Sami Zayn versus Stardust at WrestleMania.
I mean, that a lot.
no.
All right,
Let's
now you're
fucking
talking.
go.
Now you're talking. El Generico versus Stardust. Now it's a fucking Mania
Ooh.
match, dude. I'm in.
Ooh,
Now let's make it happen.
I like.
I'm
the
all
sound
for
of
that. Come on. Who would have wanted? But yeah, you had Dustin on Twitter. He tweeted about it, finish the story. It's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah,
guys.
if only he wasn't feuding with the mogul affiliates, maybe he can get involved in this story.
Oh,
But-
my god.
Fucking-
Oy
Whose
vey.
house?
Triple H, if you're listening, could you fucking just buy out Dustin's
Yeah.
contract so he can be a part of the storyline?
Yeah, he's too busy playing with Parker Boudreaux, and Trench is his name.
Trench,
Trench.
the one that has the tattoo.
dreads.
Two.
The two dreadhead.
Two dreadhead. His name is Trench. With my tattoos, my name is Trench.
Look at my monster energy, dude.
Can we get Rick Ross back on at least?
Keeping it positive.
You a big motherfucker.
You big motherfucker.
What? By the way, what's happening to Keith Lee over there?
Who am I?
I'm limitless.
Is he like
the fire?
I don't even know.
Who
Did they
knows
like
what's happening with Keith Lee, man?
the last thing they did was like stomp a cinder block on him, right? Or was he on TV after that? Or no?
He died apparently.
No,
Yeah.
probably.
Rest in
Damn.
peace to Keith Lee.
He's no Dean Ambrose. That happened to Dean Ambrose, and he was back the next week.
He was back the next week. Yeah, I was there when that. No, I wasn't there when that happened. Sorry, I
Well,
was there
yeah.
when Dean Ambrose brought out the hot dog cart and squirted Randy Orton with mustard. I was there in person for that.
He did
I like
what?
that.
Go back and check the tapes. Dean Ambrose squirted Randy Orton
Oh.
with mustard.
What kind of mustard?
The sweetest of mustard.
The man mustard.
Ew.
Oh.
Some mayonnaise.
Man, I like having control of this board. I'm gonna have to do this more often.
Oh no.
You always have control of the board. It's just that I'm the one that clicks the buttons on time because here we go. Oh wait, where is it? Where
we go. Wait, hold on, I got something.
Here it is. What else happened on Raw? Or was that it?
That's pretty much it.
Promo.
I mean,
Oh, hold on. Hit the NXT report.
Oh.
God.
Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters and you busters. Down south slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of all you haters and busters.
Remember when we used to have the NXT report as the loser of the pay-per-views had to give the NXT
It
report?
still should be that way.
No, it's
It
actually
really
good.
should be that way.
I like it.
Well, I'll let y'all talk. I'm gonna watch my bets.
Some cool things happening.
I just really wanted to bring up that they did like word for word, move for move, the barbershop breakup
Yeah.
Toxic Attraction, Botchic
pretty cool.
Attraction.
Logic. Thank you.
And I think it's interesting that JC is the heel here.
Yeah.
And they're going with Gigi as the face.
Yeah.
She's the Marty Jannetty.
She's the Jannetty of the two.
Yeah.
She's a coward. She ran right through.
Yeah, she tried to run right through that. Did you see that? She tried to run right through that door, dude. And it doesn't even open that way. It opens the other way. So she's wrong for that.
What an idiot. I wish Booker T just would have said, "Oh, I knew she was going to do that."
You got a guy like
JC Jane.
Dude, did you see the fucking bruise on her face after that kick?
No, I got.
Wait, did you see that she stomped her face against the door? Did you see that part about?
Yeah, she got fucked up. I did see that actually.
Yeah, so she super kicks her, does the whole thing, throws her into the door. She like kind of sits down next to the door, and then fucking JC proceeds to just fucking full on just stomp her face, like with the full boot to the face. And then if you go on Gigi, I think it might be on her Twitter or Instagram. She posted a picture, fucking massive. Like, you ever see Tommy Boy? When he's like, mate, it doesn't hurt here so much. Not really here, but right here, like
here.
Fucking the biggest. Yeah, literally the same thing. She's like, my face doesn't hurt here so much or here. It's right here. Yeah, it was bad. She legit.
Gigi want wingies.
Yeah, Gigi likey. Gigi want wingies. But no, Booker T was like, oh, like when she like stomps her face, you can hear him go, oh, oh.
It does like the
oh.
That
right there hurt. I knew that hurt right there.
Booker T.
But
I just wanted to bring that up because I thought
that
it
was
was
actually pretty cool.
They bring in Bailey to do the ding dong hello.
With an arm brace.
Yeah,
she's injured.
Be careful, Bailey.
Looks like damage control is actually damaged, and they're not controlling their damage.
We got the power, we got the rage, and then the stage, and then
the damage. We got the injuries.
Bailey's got to control that damage.
Yeah, she does. But Carmelo Hayes also looks like he's getting a shot at some point at the main title. Which leads me to believe that I think probably match is going to happen at Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend. And then fucking Braun Breaker's out of there. I think he's heading to the main roster after.
Who's he facing?
I'm pretty sure he's going to face Carmelo Hayes. And Hayes is going to take the fucking title off.
Or is Mello out of there? And he's coming up to the main roster. Because he's been on main event for, doing those little...
It's time to bring Braun Breaker up though.
You think Braun Breaker's still greener than goose shit? Or no?
I don't know. But
is that why they're not pulling the trigger yet?
Maybe.
I'm still not sold on Braun Breaker.
Really?
Like his in-ring stuff is good. His promos are just...
They need to change his name to fucking Steiner.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have the rights to Steiner now.
It's called Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
He sounds like his uncle.
Yeah,
dude.
it's crazy.
His promo.
When I'm in the ring, it's Grayson Waller.
Numbers
don't lie.
Yeah.
There you go. He's looking
Big booty
it.
daddy.
See those eyes?
The numbers don't lie.
There it is.
Grayson Waller
Jim
actually
look off to the side. No, they don't have to call him Steiner.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to call him fucking Steiner.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why I think you're not sold on him yet. If he was called Steiner, I think you'd be a little.
No,
bit more
I
sold
think it's
on him.
because he needs to,
Steiner. I barely know her.
Let's call.
I barely know her.
I don't know. Let's call him Wine Lip Magoo. That's Braun Breaker's new name. Wine Lip
Magoo.
So you're saying that he's basically Hawk?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the Hawk of NXT.
We're live.
God, the entrance theme invitational is so fucking good.
He's doing it on purpose now.
I know he is. He always does.
He doesn't, but he knows what's coming. And anyways,
What did he call him?
It sounds like Futaki. What? He's something else.
I think he needs to be on open mic. I think I need to interview Hawk.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
careful.
You need to be careful.
If you
of that.
go back and listen to J Bone's fucking interview with him.
I
don't
know.
if you want him on your show.
Careful, pal.
He'll make a comment.
Do not, and I repeat, do not bring anything up in the news.
Oh my god.
Was your show the one that he talks about?
Yes, under Britney Spears,
Britney
at the age of 16.
Oh my god! I gotta go back and listen to that.
Yeah, it's
awful.
Yeah, it was going fine. I was like, okay, well, he's chilled. Then he brought.
Is
brought
it
that up.
bad if I?
I kind of wanted to bring him on because of that. It's kind of funny.
I'll let our diehard
First show.
fans
I mean,
go
that'll be the
back
last
into the
show
archives
ever.
and listen to that. But,
Hey, everyone! Listen to this weekend. It's the last episode of Open Mic with the MVP.
Well, if I didn't get canceled after that comment, you're fine.
Yeah. If we survived the Finn Balor comment, we can survive anything.
Well, I was really talking about the Britney Spears comment.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, surviving Hawk. That's what I'll call it.
Yeah. Anything else before we wrap up this show?
It's about
There's
it.
not much to talk about.
It's a bunch of nice in-ring action. It's good.
I mean,
stuff.
let me just mention this real quick before we wrap up the show. I made a huge step in the right direction in my wrestling fandom this week.
All right.
I deleted Twitter. Cole just deleted it.
Whoa.
And I am so out of the loop that it is crazy. I didn't know Jerry Lawler. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned Jerry Lawler.
No, we didn't.
No, we did not.
Hospitalized.
He is recovering.
He's out of ICU. He should be out of the hospital soon. So he's gonna.
I didn't know Jerry Lawler was hospitalized until the day after the story broke. I was like, this is nuts. So if you ever want to enjoy your wrestling and not be bombarded by, the Twitter news, just fucking delete it because I'm living. I'm just like, did they announce that Lita was going to come out on Raw, like on Twitter?
No, I didn't see. I didn't. Yeah, I haven't.
That was a surprise to me.
See, I don't pay attention to Twitter.
Yeah, me neither.
That's my thing is that I did. Like I was on Twitter and now I'm like, I go on my phone and I like get ready to go onto the Twitter app and like normal times that I would go on, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't.
I mean, good on you for doing that. But.
Yeah, it's hard to promote like stuff on there too. Like obviously you do like
I barely even promote.
That's another thing. I don't have anything to promote. I'm not really doing much right now. So,
but yeah, Twitter's like I don't know.
Okay,
man.
don't promote RAWDOWN, jerk.
Yeah,
no, well,
that's what you guys are for. Yeah,
no,
I host it, and you guys do the publicity.
I mean, like for Twitter, Twitter's like it's awful. It's an awful place. It's a wasteland.
It is.
It's bad. I kept Instagram.
It's either like TikTok or Instagram. You really should be.
Instagram is where it's
stuff.
at, man.
Yeah,
Instagram's the best. TikTok, I deleted TikTok too. I'm just getting off all on social media.
Look at you.
Yeah, Instagram's because you pretty much do everything on Instagram anyway. Reels.
Nothing happened. Like there's no
no. Yeah,
you go on Instagram Reels. You find reels that have been trending on TikTok for weeks. You get all the old trends on Instagram Reels. My Instagram Reels are just food videos and dogs. That's it. That's all I need.
Yeah,
some dogs.
Fucking
look at young Anthony. His wholesome. Love
me some dog vids.
Just some dog vids and some DIY tasty food videos of like spaghetti and
I'll show you how to cook spaghetti.
I want to know how to cook spaghetti.
So, J-Bo, what's your algorithm look like on your Instagram?
It's wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much wrestling.
That's
and
it.
You have the Turnbuckle Tavern
wrestling and dogs actually
on your feed as well, or are you sane?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said, do you also have the Turnbuckle Tavern TikTok feed, or are you?
Oh no! Oh
my god.
No, I have dogs and wrestling.
All right, good. I don't know how it got like that.
All I did was search big boobs with a Z.
That's great.
What do you mean that's the whole feed? Oh my god, I don't know how this works.
All right. Well,
Hey, yo.
It's time to close out this show. Thank you so much for tuning into yet another edition of the RAWDOWN. Let's get our shit in. Marco, talk to us.
Yeah, buddy.
What are you doing?
Nothing much. Just trying to plan some new episodes of the open mic. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just chill week. Obviously, you can go to chickfoley.com, find everything. Go listen to some episodes, old, new, doesn't matter. Just support any way you can.
I just listened to the Rumble review with my damn
MDT with My Damn Toys. He's another person I want to get on open mic. Just pick his brain a little bit because interesting cat, as they like to say. Yeah, definitely go back and listen to that. Listen to some old episodes of Pod Warriors. Listen to open mic. Listen to everything. Just
come join the Facebook group too.
Yeah, definitely do that. Join the Facebook group.
Come buy my toys.
Yeah, come buy J Bones toys. There's always toy sales going on. Someone's always selling something. There's something always on sale there. Every time you throw it up, there's always something there. I know. Yeah, actually, Anthony, are you still going through your stuff or?
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna be doing this year for sure. Kind of just going through it and seeing what I can put up in the old Chick-fil-A Facebook group.
Join the group, dude. Throw it up there. You get some good.
Oh, he's in there. He's just a lurker though.
I'm such a lurker when
he's a gargoyle. He's a gargoyle, man.
These guys get my $2, and I just do absolutely nothing in that group chat.
I mean, the good thing is
every month it's like I get the PayPal notification. I'm like, fuck, and I'm $2. I haven't said anything in this group chat. I'm kidding.
Oh man,
$2.
No, we try to be. It's entertaining. There's a lot of banter.
At least you're not charging like $10 to be in this group chat.
Oh god,
it's $2.
Like Sheeta will always say it. Seth will always say it. If you listen to the show, it's the $2 is to to weed through the crap, as they like to say. Like not that people are crap. Actually, you know what? Some people are crap. We try to get rid. We try to get like the right people into the group. So it's a good community to be in. We don't want any
there's no arguments.
Yeah, no toxicity happening.
And like it's like really like legit healthy debates.
Yeah. No one goes too crazy, and if it is, it's a joke. People joke around with each other. It's not. Even like like when people post stuff, it's like, hey, I'm not sure if this is going to be offensive or not, or like people like actually give you warnings, or they give you like I'm not sure if I'm able to post this here, but have you ever seen like myself, Seth, or Sheeta delete anyone's post? Probably not. Facebook will do that.
There's one I can think of. But...
Oh yeah.
It's a good reason.
But then you get a talking to too. Like if they do delete it, they'll like
right.
message you, be like, "Hey, this is what happened." It's not like, but Facebook will do that. I've seen a few Facebook, admin people delete shit off of our group because someone said like, referenced in. I think someone referenced Peacock, like the streaming service one time.
Yeah, and
they said something about like killing a peacock or something like that.
Yeah, I do.
They deleted it because they thought like they were talking about killing animals,
cruelty to animals.
I was like, oh come on, it's so funny. But other than that, yeah, definitely join the group. It's fun.
A lot of good stuff in that group. When I put on the YouTube, when I put on the Facebook app once every 2 months, whenever I go on Facebook.
It's safe for young Anthony. I mean, he just had his birthday, but him at his young age, it's not vulgar. He didn't have to block his eyes reading anything. So
I mean, you'd be surprised some of these words that get thrown around in there,
like darn and shit
ass
and butt.
Dang it.
I closed my eyes. I can't be looking at that. Boobs? Are you kidding me?
With a Z on the end?
With a Z on the end? B00BZ.
There's an app on Facebook. All right. J-Bone, what are you doing for coming down the aisle?
Coming down the aisle.
Coming down the aisle.
We've got the one and the only Nick Arias from Ring Fanatics. We talk about the young puke in there a little bit. And we watch Elimination Chamber from 2009, the main for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's with Edge and Rey Mysterio, Jericho, Cena, Mike Knox is in there.
Mike Knox, baby.
And it's gonna be Kane. Oh, Big Glenn.
Kofi was supposed to be in that match.
All right, we talk about it. We talk about it all. We talk about it all.
My boy Kofi got robbed.
Yeah. And then this weekend, Miles and I, the Ultimate Miles, we're going to be doing a list for the top 10 individuals that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Number 1, Young Anthony. Number 2, Owen Hart. Number 3, Young Anthony. Number 4, Young Anthony.
This just reminds me of Jericho's 1004 Holst. Armbar. Number 4, Armbar.
Number 17, Young Anthony.
So check that out. Coming down the aisle pod.com and come check out the Instagram. I'm putting out some fire content on there. So
Fire content.
Fire content, dude.
Some fire content with Trench.
Did you posted anything about Trench yet?
I've not put anything about Trench.
That's next. I feel it coming.
Maybe so.
Trench post. We're in the trenches in AEW.
Oh my god. And you can follow me on Instagram at ASC Videos Official. Do I post on there? Not really, but get the numbers up. And I'm not on Twitter anymore, so follow the other people. I can good to have you here, and you're welcome here anytime, old fat guy DMX. What I can say is Invictus Pro Wrestling. I haven't mentioned their name in a minute. They're coming back. They have a new show, March the 3rd, The Get Down, happening in Bronx Brewery.
It's almost like the RAWDOWN.
It's close.
Yeah, that's gimmick infringement.
Main event.
Off of gimmick infringement.
Gimmick infringement. You got a few good main events happening. Cashflow Ken Broadway, our grand champion.
Oh, he's a great guy.
What a great guy. He's taking on MV Young, defending his championship against him.
Gimmick infringement.
He's also a pretty great guy. We also have Edith Surreal defending her women's championship against La Chica Clara Carreras. And in a match that I'm so fucking excited for, a 20-man battle royal. No, it's pretty much a Royal Rumble, but we can't call it the Royal Rumble. It is the Friends Who Fight Rumble match. 20-man. The winner faces the winner of the Grand Championship match at probably our biggest show of the year, In Bloom 3.
Oh, yeah, In Bloom.
In Bloom, baby.
Yeah.
In Bloom's just around the corner. Oh, I can't
It's
wait.
In Bloom season.
It's In Bloom season, baby. Come on.
We're on the road to In Bloom.
The Friends Who Fight Rumble is just the first stop on the In Bloom road to In Bloom. Invictus is great, guys.
It is
You
great.
gotta give it a chance. Give it a chance. With all that out of the way, I'm going to let J-Bone try to figure this out. Wow, he's doing it. Oh my god. He's actually playing the guitar right now. I don't know if you can see that on the YouTube version, but if you like what you heard, and I know that you did, make sure that you go to theturnbuckletavern.com. Oh, he's on fire. Listen to our podcast, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and YouTube. Watch all of our videos and follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. We look at our TikTok feed so you don't have to. And of course, join the Discord because, we always have a good conversation from there. And Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring can get you the merch. Let's talk about merch. ProWrestlingTees.com/tavern. You've got shirts for everyone. Boney Shabani has a shirt. MVP Marco has a shirt. Young Anthony has a shirt. You should buy a Young Anthony shirt in honor of my birthday yesterday. You should buy one right now.
Do that and throw it away.
Maybe. But you should get a shirt because it helps us out in many different ways. He's switching it before I'm even. He's on his game. We're also on Teespring, theturnbuckletavern.com for stickers and mugs. You got Mr. Backlash. You want to talk about the road to WrestleMania, the road to In Bloom? We are on the road to WrestleMania Backlash. So celebrate that with the Mr. Backlash, Randy Orton.
You're welcome.
Of course, there he is. Call the tavern. You can't win all of them, J-Bone. 304-404-2004 is the number to call to hear your message played on the flagship show. You can call the tavern and leave us a message. Let us know about how great this episode was tonight. Or let us know that you hated this episode and you will never, ever tune into the RAWDOWN ever again.
Just make sure you say why.
Oh, yeah. Make sure that you say why. You don't want to just leave off with a cryptic message. You want to let us know why you don't want to listen to the RAWDOWN anymore. I don't want to listen to the RAWDOWN anymore. It's 304-404-2004 is the number to call. 304-404.
It's happened already.
And with all of that out of the way,
Life sucks, and then you die.